Hello everyone, welcome to GB Ready Automation World. Right, please subscribe to the channel if you are not yet subscribed. Right, for more interesting videos. Right, today one more interesting video I came up with. Right, how to set up a grid setup. Right, so we know how to set up in Selenium 3, in Selenium 4, and using JSON also. But Selenium 4 come up with a new feature. Right, a TOML file. Right, a TOML file configuration. We will see what is TOML file and how to configure, what are the advantages of it. Right, first we will see, right, we are watching. If you don't have idea about the Selenium grid, just I will explain high level. Right, what is the grid purpose? Right, suppose Selenium, right, by using Selenium we can run, right, we can run our scripts in local machine, right, by combination of the test engine. Right, by combining TestNG and Selenium, we can execute on the same machine with whatever configuration we have, we can execute it. Right, we can also execute, right, by creating Selenium grid setup in same machine also we can set up it. Right, what is the grid purpose? Right, if I want to execute the same machine with, right, suppose in my machine I have 134 Chrome browser. I want to execute with a different browser version, different browser version. Right, I have to uninstall and then install. Right, we will have a, sometimes we don't have a permissions. Right, it will restrict. Or if I want to execute Linux, right, I want to execute on Mac. Right, I need those boxes. Right, I need those missions. I need to execute. Right, we cannot execute on different OS combinations, browser combinations. Right, in the single mission. Right. To achieve that, to achieve it, we will use a Selenium grid. What is the purpose of it? Selenium grid we can use to execute our scripts on different OSs with different browsers and different version combinations. Right, different browsers, different OS, different versions combinations. Right, I can execute, right, Mac with Safari, Linux with Chrome, right, Windows with Firefox, right, different voices, different browser combinations. Right, and we can use Selenium Grid, that is cross browser testing. One thing we can achieve cross browser testing, and also we can execute. I want to execute only Chrome, but different voices. Right, different voices that also we can achieve. Or I want to set up only Windows. Right, grid we can set up on only Windows. Right, and then we can execute it. Right, whatever, right, based on our project requirement, either in the same OS combination, same browser combination we can execute, or different OSs, different browser combinations. Right, or parallel execution. Right, one more important thing, why we will use Selenium grid: parallel execution. I want to execute, suppose if you execute parallelly in your local machine, suppose 5 threads. Right, our machine, right, maybe RAM will be very low. Right, it will not, it will hang after some test cases, it will hang up. Suppose I want to run nightly build 4 or 5 hours. Right, our missions we cannot execute. Right, suddenly it will be, right, power off, suddenly shut down our system, or resource consumption is more. Right, it will not support in our local missions. So to achieve it, we will set up a Selenium grid. Basically, by using Selenium grid, we can execute on parallel execution, or I want to execute different OS and different browser combinations. Right, we can achieve cross-browser testing, or same OS with right, same browser but parallel. Right, we can achieve it. And also grid. Right, how to set up it? Just I will give some high level. Right, one more idea I will provide. Whoever idea, that's fine, but some people don't have idea. Right, I can set up the grid. Means what? It will have a hub and nodes. Basically it will have a hub and then nodes. Right, it will have a hub and nodes. Right, it will have a hub and then these are the nodes. We can, based on our requirement, project requirement, right, we can have a, sorry, Right, this is one more, suppose a node 2, right, something node 3, right. Then here we will have a our, right, code script. We will have a here script, right. Whenever we will trigger a script, hub will take the request. Hub no, hub, right, every node will register to the hub. Every node will register to the hub. Suppose this node, what it will tell, right, I have a Windows and Chrome configuration, please remember it. It will tell to the hub, I have a Windows and Chrome configuration. One more node, I have a configuration Linux with Chrome. One more is I want a, right, this has a Mac with right, Mac with Safari combination, right. It will tell, suppose just Windows with Chrome, maybe Windows with, we will tell H, then Linux with Chrome, right. This may be Mac with Safari combination, right. Whenever we will execute, we will write some script, right. In the script we will mention on what OS, what browser we want to execute. Whenever we trigger it, right, hub will take request, hub will verify. Already nodes will register with the hub. Each node will register with the hub. I have a this configuration, please remember. If you get the request, what is the right, hub duty, it will take the request from the client. It will verify what, right, client, what combination he sent. Suppose if he sent Windows with Edge combination, it will transfer request to this node, then script will execute on Windows plus Edge. Suppose if we sent Linux with Chrome, script will execute here, right. Based on this is right, based on our one more thing is, we can set up hub and node everything in single machine, right. Based on our project budget and everything, right, we can set up either one hub and one node, right. I can set up one hub and one node only, or one hub and two nodes or three nodes we can set up. Entire thing in the single mission, right. Based on our budget, suppose company has given only one mission, right, then we can set up hub and node combinations in the same mission. Or suppose company provided two missions, right, two missions, then what we can do, one mission we can start the hub, one mission we can start the nodes. But in Windows mission means I can start only Windows nodes only same OS nodes only, right. I cannot start a Linux or something, right. Whatever the OS it has a mission, only that combination only I can start. If we have a two missions, we will start with one in a hub, remaining one box we can run the nodes. That means we can start Chrome node, Firefox node, Edge node if it is a Windows, right. Like this, based on our, right, project requirement, we can start hub and we can do the setup of hub and node in the single mission or multiple missions, right. That is the, right, grid. What is the Selenium grid? By using Selenium grid we can execute our scripts, right, different OSs and different browser combinations or parallel execution. To achieve the parallel execution we will use the Selenium grid. It will have a hub and node, right. It will have a hub and node grid. What is the purpose of hub? Hub is the, will take the request and it will distribute the request to the corresponding nodes. It will take the request from the client, it will distribute the right, it will execute, it will identify the node and it will distribute, that it will send a transfer. Distribution means transfer the request to the corresponding node. What is the node purpose? Node purpose is to, it will execute the tests on different browser and OS combination, right. Node will, whenever hub is sent request, node will take it and it will execute the script on the node mission, right. We can achieve, what is the advantage? Parallel execution. We can execute cross browser testing, cross platform testing or remote execution. Scalability, right. We can, tomorrow if you want to add two more nodes, we can easily add it. Efficient resource utilization, right. If you execute in single mission, right, it will overload, our CPU get exhausted, right. Suddenly it will break execution, right. So it's better to distribute our test cases and execute it, Right, that is the basic right uses of the Selenium grid. Now, right now coming to right, this is the structure of what I have explained. It will have a client whenever execute the script either in Java, C Sharp, Python. Right, Selenium will support multiple languages. Whenever we will trigger, hub will take the request. Right, each node will register to the hub. Hub will take the request and then it will send to corresponding nodes. Right, now coming to our actual, so far we will run, right, so far I think whoever have a knowledge on grid, how to start, right, we can use a bat file concept or direct command prompt, we can give the, just I will show you something, right, in suppose in Selenium 3, how you have executed, we can create, right, if you want to start the hub, suppose, Java, first we have to download, right, one thing, before starting, what is the prerequisites? If we are using Selenium 3, we have to download the Selenium standalone, server standalone jar file. Which version you want, that version we have to download. And then drivers, right? Latest drivers, Chrome driver, Firefox, Edge, whatever browsers you are using, we have to download and keep it everything in the same folder. Right? It's better to keep in the same folder. Then, right, we can create the bat file. Right? What is the advantage of bat file? Right, every time instead of giving every time, right, open the command prompt and give Java -jar Selenium server standalone -roll hub. Right, every time we have to, if we stop the server, we have to give it again. Instead of remembering, right, instead of remembering it, we can create the bat file, that is a executable file. Right, to start the hub, we will give like this. Right, once then node, if I want to start the Chrome node, how to start in Selenium 3, we can have a Java, and then what is the driver path? Chrome driver, webdriver dot chrome dot driver equal to chrome driver dot exe -jar, and then server, where the server is. Currently I am maintaining everything in the same folder, we no need to give any path. If you are maintaining in different folder server file, we have to give entire path. Right, here same folder, right, that's why no need to give, just file names are fine. Right, if you are using in different location, we have to give the path. Here role is what? Node. Then hub, we have to register to the hub by default, right, localhost 4444 is the default port. Then if you want to run, if you are running in the same machine means, right, for node we have to give a different port, because 4444 is occupied by server hub, that means hub is occupied. Then we cannot run right, as node on the same port, so we have to give the different port. Then what is the browser? We have to give Chrome version, any platform, and how many instances you want. Right, in Selenium 3, like this we will give. Right, we can create a bat files. What is the advantage? Just if we click on it, it will start the servers. Right, actually it will start. Right, like that. That is the advantage. We can create a node, Chrome node, Edge node, Firefox. Right, like this. In Selenium 3, we have to create for a hub separately, nodes separately. We have to create the bat files like this. And then we can also use the JSON files also. JSON configuration also we can use. Right. Suppose coming to Selenium 4, Selenium 4, what is the advantage in Selenium 4 is, right, we can create a hub. How to start the hub in Selenium 4? Right, Java-jar and then path of the Selenium server jar file. We have to download the latest Selenium server, and then just a hub. We have to give just a hub. That's it. But in Selenium 3, we have to give role hub. Here we don't require that role. Just give the hub. That's it. And if you want here multiple nodes, we don't require. In the single command, we can start everything. Java-jar server file path node -detect drivers true. That means what it will do? It will automatically start. What I see before that only we will download and keep it, Chrome driver, Gecko driver, Edge driver. So it will detect automatically in the current folder what are the drivers available. Right. In Selenium 4, right, we can create only one bat file for hub, and for node we can create only single command. Right. With this we can start whatever driver files are available. It will automatically start it. Right. We can also configure JSON file. Right. We can configure in the JSON format. How to configure? Hub we will start normally. But for nodes, right, we can configure like for nodes we can create in the format of JSON, right? Like here server. First of all, we have to mention this is the where our node is running. Right, if it is a node is running in the same, right, correctly I am running in the hub and node on both same machine, so localhost. If you are running a hub in this is the where node is running. Suppose I am running node in different machine, that machine IP address we have to give. This is the node IP address. Then port, whichever port we are running, that port, and this is node. Then detect drivers true. We are saying detect the whatever driver files are there, automatically start those nodes. Automatically it will start. And what are the maximum sessions it should allow? Right, this node how many max session it should allow? Right, 4. Right, override max session. Max sessions are if you want to override true, we can keep it as a true. If you are sending more means it will override automatically. Right, then it is dependent on relay means this node is should connect to hub, right? We should tell where hub is running. Right, currently I'm running in the local same mission, so http colon slash slash localhost 4444. Then capabilities, right? Which browser should support? Browser, Chrome browser, 2 instances, Firefox 1 instance, Edge 1 instance. We have given max 4, right? 2 plus 1 plus 1. Right, like this we can also, right, start the hub and node. Just let me start it. Right, just click on the hub. Hub, what it has, just a simple command Selenium for java-jar, path of the jar file, and then hub. Right, just start the hub. Right, it will start. Right, how to open http colon slash slash localhost 4444. See, hub is running. Right, Selenium 4 UI is improved compared to Selenium 3. Right, then if I want to start this JSON configuration file, JSON configuration file, I have created one more bat file. Here we need to start like java-jar Selenium server jar file node. Here we have to give -config. Right. Oh, sorry, I have opened different JSON. Right, we are using. Open the JSON. Right, java-jar Selenium server standalone jar file node config.json. Config.json. What is the file name? Config.json. Right, we have created a configuration in the config.json file. Right, just click on this bat file. Sorry, JSON file, bat file. Right, it will start automatically. Right, we no need to remember every time. Just one time we can create the bat file. It will start. We will double click it every time. It will start. Right, see, it is right. In my machine, Edge is also there. It is automatically recognized, but Edge will not work. Right, currently Windows is not supporting this. Sorry, Internet Explorer. Right, Internet Explorer currently it's not supporting. It is recognizing because installed Internet Explorer is installed, so that ignore it. Chrome, Firefox, Edge. Right, max we have given 4 sessions. Right, for it is created. It is overridden maximum sessions. So max concurrency it will allow 4 browsers only. Right. like this, right? It is we can execute right simple script, right? How to execute if you want to write execute it, how to execute, just create the, if you want to execute Chrome options, remote web driver, right? What is the URL we have to give? http colon slash localhost 4444 wd hub, and then pass the options, and then sample URL, anything, any URL, right? Just let me execute in parallel. You know, right, how to execute in parallel. In the shoot tag we can give the methods threads 3, right? Here created for edge 1 test, Firefox, Chrome, right? We have started all three. Just right click and run, right? It will start execution. It is started first edge, right? Chrome, it is open edge and Chrome. Edge was very fast, Chrome, then Firefox is right a little bit slow. It will start very slowly, right? Chrome and Firefox was execution was done, and Firefox was very slow, right? It started, right? Like this we can execute it. Now everyone eagerly waiting, right? I have a heading is a TOML file. What is TOML file, right? So far just I have given right introduction to Selenium Grid and how to execute in Selenium 3, Selenium 4, right? Usually, right? Now what is the TOML file? TOML file is supported by Selenium 4 only, it will not support by Selenium 3. Right, what is TOML file? It is a Tom's obvious minimal language. Right, TOML file, TOML. Right, like JSON, .json, how it will be? TOML file. TOML file means Tom's obvious minimal language. What is the advantage of it compared to JSON? Right, JSON structure will be, we have to give in the right curly brackets. Right, in the JSON format, how we will give? Right, here see, we have to give the curly brackets, and if you want to maintain right objects like this, we have to give all curly brackets, we have to follow, right? But a toml file we can use as square brackets, key value pairs. JSON does not support comment. If you want to comment any line, right, in the JSON file, we cannot, it will not support. But now toml file we can, by using the hash, we can comment, right? It is a very useful feature, commenting, right? Some you want to store it, but you want to disable it, right? So after some time I want to use those lines, right? I want to, right? Then it is very useful, comment section. JSON will not support that, right? More compact JSON is, but harder to edit, right? Compact only, but harder to edit, but it is more human readable, easier to modify. TOML file is very easier, right? This is the example of JSON format, right? Curly brackets, if you want to maintain, like double quotes, colon, curly brackets, right? Like this we have to maintain. Now coming to TOML file, right? TOML file configuration, it will be like, suppose server, in the square brackets server we have to give. What is the server configuration? Key equal to value, simple thing, key equal to value, port key equal to value. Then node, coming to node, just square bracket, then key value pairs. Right, square brackets, we have to give the header. Right, what is the header name? Then key value pair, simple thing. Right, it is very easy to maintain it. Suppose if you want to comment these things, right, Chrome, right, it's just a hash. If you add the hash, it will comment it, disable it. Right, in future, if you want to add it, right, but JSON we have to remove it. Right, we cannot comment it. That is the advantage of the TOML file. Right, then how to run it by using, right? There are few more things. Parsing speed, faster due to strict structure, but it is slightly slower, but still efficient. Harder to read, modify for humans. This is somewhat little bit harder to editing. It is very easy because just a key value. That's it. No need to maintain double quotes or nothing. Right? It is compact, no extra white space, but slightly larger due to formatting. No comments, but TOML file supports commenting. This is a very useful feature. Right, it will automated script and strict structures, human friendly configuration. Right, when we choose for JSON, or if you need a compact format for automated process or CI/CD pipelines or tools prefer JSON. Sometimes some of the tools will prefer only JSON. TOML file it will not work. Then in those cases we need to go this case. Suppose if you want a human readable configuration, we want a comments to explain the settings, right? It is very useful. Comment section is, we can explain what is this, what is this. Then we will go for this TOML file configuration. Right, then how to write in the Selenium grid, how to start by using TOML file. Right, just we will see hub is same only. Right, hub is same only node configuration we will right here extension will be TOML. For JSON it is a .json. For TOML file TOML extension will, we have to save this file as a TOML file .toml, then only that will be called as a TOML file. See, now the first server, same thing, whatever JSON we have given, same thing only here also we will give server, node configuration, hub configuration, capabilities. But here key value page like a property file. In the property file, if you know already key value, simple thing, right? But here just we have to tell, okay, this is the server configuration. In the square brackets we have to tell server, then key value pair. Then here see comments, we can tell what is this, replace with your IP. Right, this is the port of the node, right, where we are running the node. We have to mention the IP address, port, and a node, and then rely on where hub is running. This is hub, this local host is related to hub, right, where hub is running, that IP address. First one is, right, first one is node IP address, where a node is running. Currently I am running on both, so local host both. Now capabilities, we can give browser name, browser version, platform name, maximum version, how many max instances, right, again capabilities, Firefox, and then edge. Right, key value base very easy, and one more advantage is comments. Comment section is very useful. Right, this is a like a TOML file. Alright, now we will start again this hub and server using TOML file. Alright, for hub is same only, whatever existing there, just java-jar, Selenium server, jar file, hub, that's it. That is same only. Now we will refresh this, right, currently down, still down. Okay, now it's up. Right, there is no nodes currently. Right, now run the TOML file. Right, now run the, we can create a bat file for TOML file also. How to create, just same as JSON, but only java-jar Selenium server standalone jar file, node -config. Here we have to give config.toml file instead of JSON, config.toml file. Right, just bat file, double click on it. Right, it will, I will say, still not at started. Right, now it is started, all the nodes it is attached, nodes are attached. Right, just I will execute the same script. Right, script wise there is no difference, only setup was different, how to set up using TOML file, that's it. Right, okay, now it will, I am starting in the parallel 3 threads. I am starting, it has a Chrome, Firefox, right, edge is started, fire Chrome is also started. Right, it is executing, okay, Chrome, edge. Right, all three are executed, it is got success. Right, like this we can execute the TOML file. TOML file is easy to configure, and right, comment section is there. Right, that is about the TOML file. If you like my way of teaching and right, content presentation, just subscribe to the channel. If you have any doubts or queries, please paste in the comment section, I will reply to it. Please share to your friends, and please like the video. Thanks for watching.